What is up, guys? We're gonna drop it. What is up, guys? Today we are reacting to GeoFacts. I'm sorry. I have to put the whole camera on the video. I can't do it like this, okay? I have to put the whole camera on the video. So yeah, enjoy it.
Starting with a war. First nation to attack is Iraq. I see we're off to a great start with Saddam already coming back to power. And this time he'll be going after Syria. Well, at least he's learned from his mistakes in Kuwait, deciding not to go after them this time. But will he win though? Let's find out. And he will not. Iraq really cannot catch a break. You know, these past few decades have been so bad for Iraq that I kind of feel bad for them. Like,
For real.
Now for a third time going after Syria, Saddam never learns. Next up, another war where we'll see Oman fighting with the United Arab Emirates.
That's something I would never see.
Where all the conflict is breaking out. Well, let's see.
As oil, of course, there's gonna be a conflict in the Middle East.
I see they're trying to stop Genghis Khan in his tracks before it's too late. Or perhaps this could just be the start of the Neo-Mongol Empire. And China loses. Boys, Genghis is back. It seems like the dreams of a new Qing dynasty have already been snatched away. But in their demise, we have the return of the Great Khan. But honestly, why am I actually just not surprised? If China was to fall to anyone, it would be the Mongols. But now it seems like we'll be having our first alliance. And it'll be between Malaysia and India. Interesting. Not exactly an alliance that I was expecting. But to be fair, this is definitely something I can see happening in real life. But at the time,
True.
Asian alliance is our first of the royale.
Crap, I don't think I can record all of this.
It'll be between Singapore and Armenia. Okay, this one is interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, I completely borders here because if I didn't, Japan would just win by default, since literally nobody could attack them. But it looks like that doesn't matter anyways, because South Korea will be starting up the Korean War again. This is like, what, our fifth nation in? And if this was real life, we'd probably already started a nuclear war at this point. But fortunately, that isn't the case, so let's find out which Korea is best Korea. And it appears that title will be going to the South. It took 70 years, but Korea is finally whole again. And you may think this is the end for old Kim, but fear not. You see, he actually managed to make a deal with the South where he would become the director of their newly formed nuclear weapons program. But other than that, I think this is the perfect time to establish our first formable nation. For the first time in over 100 years, hello to a united Korea. And North Korea has been integrated as a core territory of this new nation, which unfortunately for the North means that they will not be coming back. like that, let's find out what'll happen. And it seems like Cambodia will not be winning this one. But I mean, if we're pretending this is the 1970s, Cambodia wasn't really the best place at the time. But I mean, to be fair, it's pretty much nowhere near China was really that great at the time. But let's be honest, anything's better than Pol Pot. But now at least Vietnam is only one nation away from being able to form Indochina. Next up is the war between Bangladesh and India. Considering the fact that India is in an alliance and Bangladesh is not, I don't really suspect this is going to go too well for them. Since it's two nations against one, the odds are not in Bangladesh's favor. But who knows, maybe they can pull out a miracle. Yeah, that makes sense. I think you guys can see now why it's so important that nations get an alliance as soon as possible. Because if they don't, they have the chance of getting mopped up by the nations that are in alliances. Alright, the nation of Bahrain will be fighting Saudi Arabia. For reference, this is Bahrain, and this is Saudi Arabia. But of course, real world logic doesn't apply here, so anything can happen. Or maybe real world logic does apply here, but it's lost. I mean, yeah, this just makes a lot of sense actually. Even though I do
Nice.
Bahrain is a little underrated, it really wouldn't make sense if they took out Saudi.
Anyways, that's not the reason I made you guys react. What do you mean? The reason is because we're going outside. We're going outside. We're going outside. We're going outside. What's up outside? Someone outside. Someone outside. Buddy. So good. Okay, we met outside. I'm not saying so good. Because there's a new video. No, this is the same video. 7 minutes. Yes. Do you see this? Massive view. I don't think that's video. Do you see this massive view? I am going to be running down the phosphorus. Let's go. Let's go. That's an app leak. That's an app leak in making. Woo! What is it? Whoa! I never seen that happen before in Barbados. Look, well, the earth is tilted, but looks like the clouds are tilted. Like it looks like the earth is on the side. When I mean on the side, I mean Uranus. And yep, I am at Uranus. So you expect it to be hot in the Caribbean? No! In the Caribbean, it's actually more rainy than hot. And the summer does also rain. Which surprises me a lot. Because the whole meaning of the word summer, the whole meaning of the season time summer, it's not rain. And the Caribbean defeats that purpose. So, yeah, not the whole world is fully sunny in the summer or the slimmer, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. By the way, see you back. We switch location. We are now at the top of a very big hill. bigger when you see when you see it from the north to the south. But still, it's quite big. I see two roads on the bottom. But, oh yeah, I didn't know that, but they're called toys, cat toys. Yeah, very nice, quite toys. Very nice, quite toys. Well, one of those country. Cat toys. Or cactus. One of those colors. One country, but one country, it's a cactus. Cactus or cat. Or cat. So, yeah, so. Oh, and in the Caribbean countries, there's a rule in the Caribbean countries that if you're not in them, if the country did not break away from America, that you're allowed to